Tonight, an arrest in Baton Rouge following multiple shootings that had several agencies there investigating.
The first shots were fired last Monday, then two more shootings happening later in the week, all leading up to Kenneth Gleason's arrest early this morning. Gleason is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder and attempted murder charges stemming from this shooting spree. Our Valerie Poncetti has been putting together a timeline of the case. And Valerie, it didn't take long for police to catch on to Gleason, didn't it?
Marcel, it sure didn't. Within hours of the first shooting, tips started coming in. The tricky part for detectives was nailing down enough evidence to make an arrest. Take a look at the full story of the investigation that reads like a best-selling police thriller.
We started on Monday, September 11th at about 0038 hours.
On Sandy Ridge Drive, the street Kenneth Gleason lives on and where several shots are fired into a home with 2 people inside. Neither person is injured. Later that day, the sheriff's office gets its first tip about a white man in a red car. The tipster claims was hiding a gun in the bushes, but that weapon hasn't been found.
Tuesday, September 12th, as you know, at 22:32 hours at 3400 Florida Boulevard by Acadian, Bruce Cofield was killed.
Hours earlier, video from a security camera is turned over to police, allegedly showing a white man, red car, and a weapon. That night, witnesses near Cofield's killing would give the same description. The next day, September 13th, a bookstore theft is called into the sheriff's office, the shoplifter's description matching Gleason's yet again. Then comes Wednesday, September 14th, when Donald Smart is murdered on Alaska Street.
He's killed with 10 9mm rounds, and those were recovered. Those shell casings were recovered. Things are now starting to come together of a white male in a red car.
More leads come in on the 15th when bullets from the 2 murders are linked back to the same gun. Gleason is spotted in his red car again on September 16th. This time, he's pulled over and taken into custody on drug charges.
This officer that actually stopped him was working for free, extra duty, just trying to find this vehicle, and in fact does.
Gleason is released on bond the next day, but not for long. He's arrested on September 18th on that shoplifting charge. The biggest break in the case comes in the early morning of Tuesday, September 19th. We
were notified early this morning that the crime lab, who had worked diligently all night long, had processed all of this DNA evidence, which is an incredible amount of work.
The DNA was a match, enough for police to charge 23-year-old Kenneth Gleason for the murders.
Had there not been a swift conclusion to this case, I feel confident that this killer would have probably killed again.
You know, surely the death penalty is one that will be strongly considered.
The crime lab is now analyzing DNA samples from other parts of the case, and police say they are not focusing on a motive right now, but they are still investigating whether or not the shootings could have been racially motivated. Live in the newsroom, Valerie Poncetti, KATC TV3.
New developments in the